Hi, this is Christian. Welcome to my channel. So, this is a piece where I tested myself to create something that represented some of the music that I made a while back to represent that. The reference I used was from a holiday in Jamaica quite a while back. This was one of those pieces where going into it I felt unsure, unconfident, and the process of making it was rather messy. It was one of those pieces where you end up with a lot on the canvas and then you're just trying to make sense of it. But it was one of those pieces that definitely surprised me in terms of showing improvement in my own art. Then it had me thinking about what topic I could use for this week's video, and so I figured this week's video could be on, is your art improving? So I've got two pieces on the screen. A piece from about 2 years ago, or quite a few years ago, and now a piece which I did more recently. And you can definitely see the improvement. Like, there's still many things that I'd like to do to try and improve the current piece that I have, which is more recent. But I think as an artist and as artists, it's good to go back and look at the work that we've already made and see how much we've improved and how far we've come. Yeah, so you can see the difference in line quality, brushwork, anatomy, and then even use of motion blur. These are all, different things that I do now a lot better. Yeah, and the other piece was at a time in which I had this like hyper fixation on my art and whether it was improving, and looking back to a piece from a few weeks ago and then being like, oh, I don't know whether I'm improving or not. But I find the best way to see as to whether your art is improving is to go back a few years, look at some art from then and then look at some art from now, or you can try and recreate a piece and see the different changes that you'd make. But you'll definitely see improvement, and it breaks you out of, well, if you are in the mold, it breaks you out of the mold of becoming hyperfixated on how your art's going and where is it going, and actually just gives you a gentle reminder that your art is improving, it's okay. Yeah, you'll get to where you want to get to with your art. Yeah, and so I'd like to challenge all artists during the week. Either repaint a painting that you did a while back, or get some art from a few years ago. And I recommend a few years because doing a limited amount of time, like a few weeks or a few months, you might see a bit of an improvement, but it might be very minimal. Get some art from a few years back, or even 1 year back, and try and make some observations. Where have you improved? How is it you've improved? And actually take the time to congratulate yourself and give yourself a pat on the back. Yeah, and appreciate how far you've come. Yeah, and it's such a freeing thing. Yeah, so if you ever struggle with doubt, confusion as to where your art is going, try looking back a few years, or even just 1 year, and you'll see that your art is improving and that you're on the right path. And hopefully it will give you the motivation to keep going. So with that, that's going to be me signing off. happy painting.